going on YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about quite a few different products that you see here from SwitchBot. SwitchBot originated, at least what I first started hearing about it, is when they came out with this little mechanical switch. So you know that you have, if you're trying to automate your home or automate an item that's not smart, it's a dumb item, and you want it to push a button for you or start it or turn on your TV or whatever, this little SwitchBot Bot, kind of weird name because SwitchBot's the brand name of all this, but this switch right here has a little mechanical arm that comes out and pushes a button for you when you want it to, on a schedule, manually when you tap it on your phone, you name it. You set up an automation and this thing will push the button or pull. It can also pull, like if you have a switch connected to it, so it can turn on and off a switch. So that's really cool. But they also have all these other products. So we have a plug right here, and we have a, well, here's another switch. And then we have a window door sensor. And then we have a mini hub. And this mini hub allows you to use it to kind of like RF radio frequencies, or infrared, I'm sorry, not RF, but infrared, so you can program a remote for your TV on your phone. You can program it to use anything that uses infrared. It'll allow you to learn the signals on this and allow you to automate that way. And then we have another SwitchBot Bot. We have a button, a clicker. It's got two buttons on it, so you can automate based off the clicks of the button. You have a motion sensor that you can use here. And then you have a curtain that opens up and closes curtains. This one's for a rod style curtain. They have others. This is the one they sent out to me because this is the only curtain style I have. But they also have the rod ones where you twist them and all that. So I'll link those in the description below with these, so you can check those out as well if you don't have one just like this. But the cool thing about this curtain rod automation is they also sell a solar panel, because this is going to be facing the window of your curtain, and instead of changing the batteries out all the time, they give you this solar panel. Well, it's 20 bucks, but you get a solar panel if you want to. That way it can continue to charge your battery and you don't have to worry about making sure this is charged. So the prices of all these is, you got the little outlet switch here, plug-in, and this is also energy, works off energy consumption, so that way you can check energy consumption off of what you're using here and work on schedules. This is $11.99. Then you have the actual SwitchBot Bot, and that is $29.99. And then you have the window and door sensor, which is $24.99. The mini hub, which is $39.99. Then you have the button, the clicker, and that's $19.99. The motion sensor, which is $24.99. And then you also have the the curtain rod, which is $99.99, and the solar panel is $19.99. Now, I will say that SwitchBot was nice enough to give me a 30% coupon code that lasts up to November 28th. And I'll put that in the description below, and it saves you 30% off on all these products. So I will also list these products and links in the description so you can check out current pricing as well. So like an Amazon link too, because Amazon runs a bunch of sales during the holidays as well as Black Friday after Thanksgiving. So if you're interested in checking out these products, be sure to check out the links in the description below, as well as you're going to see a little bit more information about each of these products when you click into them. Now, I forgot to mention that all of these products will integrate with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri shortcuts, if this, then that, and works with SmartThings, and I believe they actually work with Home Assistant as well. So that way you can get them into your own home automation environment if you already have one, and automate a couple different things that you want to automate with each one of these products. If you don't have any of those home automation systems, like most people, they have this is all in their own ecosystem. So they have one app that you can use for this. So don't worry if you don't have a home automation system. You can use these based on what you want to use them for. So if you want to just use a SwitchBot switch or the SwitchBot Bot, you can just buy this by itself and hook it up to your phone, and then use it based on a schedule, especially the curtain, the window sensor, the mini hub, outlet, you name it, you can use those. So if you don't want to use any, you don't have to buy all these products. You can just buy one, you can buy a couple, you can buy them all if you wanted to. I'm gonna tell you right now, I go hog wild and I basically just buy all the products and use them. I go a little bit crazy. So let's talk about the SwitchBot Plug Mini. So this plug allows you to plug it into the wall, and then you plug whatever device that you want the power to be interrupted on. So that way, if the device that you're plugging into the wall, you can make it so whenever this is turned off, the device isn't working, and then when this turns back on, the device is working. So a good thing is maybe a Christmas tree. Like right now, it's holiday time, Christmas tree, Christmas lights, you name it. They also have a manual or a mechanical button on the side too, so that way if someone like your daughter or a kid or whatever, or wife, that doesn't have access to your app and wants your Christmas tree on, they can go up there and press that button to get it turned on. And you can also monitor the energy consumption off of this plug, so that way you can tell how much energy is being used. Cool thing is, I don't think SwitchBot has this capability on its own device, but like with SmartThings or Home Assistant, you could hook this up to like your washer, and it can tell when your washer is done based on how much energy is being used and alert you and let you know. So if you have a dumb washer or a dumb dishwasher, which most of us probably have, you can plug it into this and then set up an automation based on if there is no more energy being used for a certain amount of time, alert you and say cycle is done. So then you also have the SwitchBot Bot. I don't know if they thought about that, but whatever. So this is just like this also helps automate any dummy device. It has this little mechanical arm that extends. You got little double sticky tape that you tape it onto anything that you want to automate, like a coffee maker or a TV or anything you want with a button that you want to be able to push. And you use this double sticky tape and you tape it on there. And then when you automate it or press the button on your phone, it will automatically extend that arm and push the button for you. They also make it so that you can, if you have a switch that goes one way or both ways, you can have it push the switch open, and then it has a little sticky tape with a fishing wire on it, and allows you to program it so that way once it pushes it open, it keeps it out, and then when it pulls it back, it pulls the sticky tape and the device that you're pulling back, like kind of like a light switch. So that's the SwitchBot Bot. And then you got the window sensor. So just window, door sensor, anything like that. Anything that you want to automate based on a door or a window opening, or just get alert when the door opens. You could put this on a freezer or a fridge, so that way you know if the fridge or freezer has been open for a little bit of time. It's kind of a good idea for, like, I have a chest freezer right here, and if kids are getting in and out of that for ice cream or whatever it is, you can get alerted based on if it's been open for a certain amount of time. So that way you're not sitting in your basement or sitting in your house and then in the basement things open for the whole weekend. So they have the window sensor, door sensor. You can use it for different things, but you're allowed to automate any of these items with this as well based on if it's open or closed or how long. And then you got the mini hub, which is kind of cool. The mini hub allows you to send infrared signals to your TV, anything. Well, they have a little, looks like a mini split AC, anything that accepts an infrared signal, stereo or anything like that. You're allowed to get all the kind of on the app here allows you to get kind of a remote and kind of cool. Sit down, back, relax, and say, okay, Google, turn on my TV. Kind of impress your friends, family, whatever you have it. So that's the mini, SwitchBot Hub Mini. Then you got this button. Well, it's 2 buttons. It's kind of cool. A little small, I think. I'd like to see a little bit bigger. I don't know. That's my opinion. I think I'd lose this. Put it in a drawer and lose it. But I programmed this button for the curtain. So that way, if I am inside my kitchen or anything like that, I can press one button and it opens up my curtain. Press a button and it closes my curtain. If it's closed or opened, whatever, I don't want it. But you can use this button to turn on a TV, do a plug, turn on the plug, turn off the plug. You can use this button for whatever you want. You program it to whatever you want it to do. So it's kind of neat, a good addition to home automation, even though it's just a button, or 2 buttons actually. So then next you have a motion sensor. These are cool. You want a motion sensor, right? Biggest part of home security is motion in your house or opening and closing of a door. with a window sensor or a door sensor. These are kind of cool. So you can automate based on if there's motion. This is also tells you how light the room is. So that way, if it's dark in your room and you want the curtain to be opened up, you can automate that with this motion sensor. Because it's not just a motion sensor, but it's also, what do they call that? A lux sensor. Kind of tell you how dim and how light it is inside the room. So you can use this for motion or that to tell how dim it is in the room. But that's great because you can put this anywhere you want in your house. They have a mount you can put it on right here, and you can also put it on the back side here. So if you wanted to drill this into the wall or screw it into the wall, you can have that on the wall if you want to. Or you can just use this mount or not a mount at all and automate your heart's content to motion and what the light looks like inside the house. Last but not least, we have the SwitchBot curtain. This is the Rod 2 version of this, and this is pretty cool. I think automating blinds and curtains and all that is next gen stuff for home automation. I want my whole house. I wish I had more curtains and more compatible blinds so that I can automate all of my blinds in my house based on whatever it is. I think it would be kind of cool. But thankfully I got this for my kitchen, and this just connects. It's basically a little machine that hovers over top of your curtain rod on this particular one, and it's got a lot of different wheels on it. And then the actual machine itself has a wheel on it, and it moves it left or right. They do have these little clips and beads that go on top where you clip them to each one of your hoops, if you have hoops. And it kind of helps keep your curtain in its own form, or like it doesn't mess up the form of your curtain. I didn't put them on there just because of the fact that when I put this up for testing, I didn't think it was a big deal, and it opens and closes my curtain just fine. But the setup of this was pretty easy. I just put it up there, and it uses a certain size of rod. Let's see here. The diameter needs to be between 15 to 40 millimeters, which I thought it's pretty standard style. It says install in 30 seconds. That's pretty cool. Another cool thing is if someone doesn't have access to this or know that you have this and wants to open up the curtain, it's not gonna interrupt the curtain pulling. So it has this function where it automatically knows. You can go ahead and just go give it a little tug, and it knows, oh, someone's trying to open the curtain, and it goes ahead and starts opening it for you. Or same thing for closing it. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was really neat. Allows you to touch and go, so that way you don't actually have to use your app or anything like that, or the button. But it does work with a bunch of different things, like temperature. They have a temperature gauge I didn't get, or temperature sensor. So that way if the temperature in the room is getting a little warm, it'll close the curtains. If it's getting a little cold, you could open the curtains. The remote, the mini hub, it works with all the different things. And last but not least, we have the solar panel that connects to the curtain rod, or the curtain rod 2. And this allows you to connect it to the curtain rod machine, I guess. Curtain rod machine, not just curtain, SwitchBot curtain. Allows you to connect it to that, and then this faces the window because the curtain rod, or SwitchBot curtain, faces the window as well, and that way it keeps it charged based on the sun beating through your window onto the solar panel. So let's go ahead and check out the app and see what it looks like and kind of cruise around a little bit. So right now, this is the main app right here, and adding these devices is pretty quick and easy. You can search nearby bots, or you can add the bot onto this, and it's pretty quick and easy to find the actual bot itself. Right now, I have the remote, well, it says kitchen, but the curtain, motion sensor, the manual switch, and the mini hub connected to this. I also have a pan and tilt 2K camera that they sent to. That'll be in a different video, so I'll go ahead and put that up one of these spots when that is up a little bit later, a couple days from now. But you can automate based on motion on that too. So as you can see here, you got scenes that you can add. You can create conditions, add a condition, add an action, edit the scene. You can have a notification start. Valid period you can do based on certain times of the day and different days. So that way if there is motion in the kitchen and say you work from home and there's motion in the kitchen during the day and you don't want it to do anything, you can set that up based on that. So now we have the remote. Right now, I just action not set. Well, okay. So the two actions that I set up is one is the kitchen. I don't know. I named the curtain thing. I put it, said it was in the kitchen, so I named it kitchen. So kitchen's fully closed on one button and then fully opened on the other button. Motion sensor. Right now, motion is detected, obviously, because we're moving around in here. But ambient brightness tells you that it's bright in here because I got this studio light on. And then I can use automations on it based on that. And then I also have more in the settings. I can do notifications if it's motion. A light indicator on here. Light sensor. I can program that. And then it also updates firmware if you want. And then we got the curtain rod. So right now it just has open and closed and pause. So I can hit the open button and it opens up the curtain, closes it. And I can pause it. So I don't want it all the way open. I can do that. Go with more here. And I can even modify the slide. So I could do 3/4 or whatever I wanted to. It also has light sensing here. So it senses how much light there is. And delay. So I can have a delay on it if there's a little bit of delay on the action. And I can schedule it out. So right now I have it scheduled for 7:45 a.m. I open it up every morning just to get the light in the kitchen and so when you're up making coffee, that way there's light in the kitchen and it doesn't seem so gloomy in the wintertime. Then we have the mini hub here. So you can go ahead and add remote control and you can decide what you want to add, whether it's fan, streamer, set-top device, robot vacuum, which is kind of cool, TV, all that type of stuff. So you can do TV and it'll start learning based on the remote. And allows you to add whatever you want on there. Then you got the manual switch, and so this allows you to go ahead and, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can get, I'm gonna go ahead and press it. So the switch comes out and back in. This also allows you to decide what you want to do with it, as well as schedule, mode. So on the mode, it allows you to, it's a press mode right now, or you can do a switch mode if you wanted to. And then also you can make it so it presses and holds for a certain amount of seconds. So if you have a device that you have to press and hold for it to work, then you can do that. So that's kind of cool. And then I have my pan and tilt camera, which we're not going to get into on this video, but that is the app. You can set up all the devices on the app here. I didn't actually have my window sensor and my outlet in here. I don't know why, but those will be able to do the same thing in there in the actual app. So that is all the SwitchBot items that I have that we went through. If you have any questions about any of these or just anything you have about it, that maybe you have a question about how something works or if something will work, go ahead and put it in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to chat with you guys and see what ideas you guys have with all these different devices. Like I said, I'll leave the link in the description below so you can check out all the pricing for these. It'd be Amazon, I think, SwitchBot's website. And I'll also put since SwitchBot gave me a 30% coupon code, it works on their website and Amazon. So make sure you check that out if you're considering purchasing this. It only lasts till November 28th, so make sure you get in on that early. Also, I'm sure Amazon will have sales throughout the holiday season too. So if you're interested, like I said, go ahead and check out the prices and the current products in the description below so you can check anything out like that. I think it's kind of cool. SwitchBot came out with a bunch of different devices that also integrate with other automation systems and voice assistants, which is really cool. So who doesn't like to show off to their friends and family saying, Alexa, or okay, Google, open my curtain, or turn my TV on, or make me coffee, or whatever it is. Who doesn't want to impress their friends on that? Is that not you? I'm sure it is. You clicked on this video for a reason. I calculated all the prices without the discounts for all this, and it came out to like $260, which isn't too bad, but that's without the discount. So you just take 30% off of $260. If all the products you liked here, I know that you're probably going to need more than one, obviously, like the outlets. It could be a Christmas stuff, the outlets. You don't necessarily have to have they have one that's not energy consumption, so it might be a little bit cheaper, but these are great for Christmas stuff, turning on and off those. But the window sensors, you probably have more than one window sensor. Think about that. Doors as well. Buttons, you might need more than one button. So maybe you want to turn on and off the Christmas lights by a button. And then these little SwitchBot Bot, These are really cool. You want these all over the house, turning on and off all your dumb devices. I think this is really cool. I don't know why. This little robotic arm that goes, yeah, it just made that noise. I think that's really cool. Either way, like I said, any questions about any of this? Comment section below. Let's talk about it. Prices and links to this in the description below. If this video helped you out in any way, give me a like. And if this is your first time to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I will see you next time.